Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. In my last tutorial I showed you guys how to make a really cool pair of earrings that I had actually designed a decade ago, and at the time that I created it I didn't know how to perfect the design, and so I gave up on it and I put it into my UFO jar. And in case you didn't know what that means, it means unfinished objects jar. It's not unidentified flying objects, it's unfinished objects jar. So anyways, I've recently found those earrings and I figured out how to perfect the earring, and I did a tutorial on it. And in case you didn't see that video, I will put a picture of that video up now. That was a really fun and easy project. Those earrings were really fast to make, believe it or not, and they were just really unusual and different compared to some other earring designs that I've came up with. So anyways, I've been going through all of my stuff because I'm getting ready to film my 200,000 subscriber celebration video tutorial, and I found this ring. Now I remember that when I designed this, at the time, was a very long time ago, it could be a decade or even longer. At the time I was getting a lot of my materials from thrift stores, and I was recycling beads and things off of like shirts and dresses and skirts, lampshades, decorations, anything I could find beads on, purses. Did I say shoes? That's another thing that I took apart a lot. Anyways, I would recycle materials from that stuff and I would make it into jewelry. So this ring here has a plastic cabochon that I'm thinking came off like a pair of shoes, maybe a purse. There's a hole on each side of the cabochon, so I know that it was sewn onto something that I took apart. So anyways, I made this ring with that cab, and it's a pretty cool looking ring. It looks like the Star of David is on top of this ring. It's pretty darn cool. So looking at this blast from the past, I could see that these round beads I used are actually like 5mm rounds. They're pretty big, and they're bigger than 4s, and I know that this cab is kind of large too, and I'm also realizing that these seed beads are not 11/0s, they're bigger. They look like they're 9/0s. So I just recently, well, maybe it's been a few months, got cabochons from BB Craft. These here, I've actually already done a ring tutorial with these cabochons. I'll go and look for a picture of that ring tutorial and put it up now. Anyways, I realized that since these beads here are 5mm, if I used 4mm for the base of the ring, maybe I can use these smaller cabs in the ring because this cab is bigger. So I did. I used 4mm for the base. Here's the ring that I've already done. And it made the base smaller. Okay, so as you can see, this one's smaller. And then I took the cab and I set it on top, and it was the perfect size. So I figured out how to remake the ring, and I used smaller beads, and look how pretty it is. And again, I see the Star of David on the top. So cool. This is a really neat ring. Anyways, this ring is very easy to make. It's not hard at all. It's really fun because it's easy, and it's just so pretty. And I think I'm going to call it the Star of David because it really does look like the star there on the top. So pretty. Alright, so these cabs are from BB Craft. I'm going to leave a link for you down there below the video so you can go and get them if you don't have this size. In my next video, I'm going to be making a ring with an oval cabochon, and so that video I might put up tomorrow or the day after, depending. So you might want to hold off on buying these until I do that ring, because if you love this ring, then you are really going to love the next ring. So you might want to wait until you see both of my videos for the round ring and for the oval cabochon ring, because you're probably going to want to buy both the round and oval cabs. So here's the list of materials you will need to make a ring. You will need to cut 4 feet of 10-pound monofilament. You can also use 8-pound, but because 10-pound is stiffer, I do prefer it, and since I'm using seed beads that have large enough holes, it's great. So you will need a 16 by 6mm round cabochon, and like I said, I will have a link for these cabs down there below in the description bar. I think there's 24 different gemstone cabochons in that set that I ordered. You're also going to need 18 4mm round beads. Now these are really cool. They're electroplated 4mm round beads that I got from BB Craft, and they come in a bunch of different colors. Where did I put the bag? Oh, here it is. This is what I'm using. The bronze ones here, but they come in gold. There's like a gunmetal color. There's green. There's blue. There's rainbow iris. You get all of these in one package, and I will put a link for these down there below in case you're interested in those also. You will also need 8/0 seed beads and 11/0 seed beads. Now here's the thing. I tried making this ring with 11/0 Czech seed beads and it didn't work. They weren't thick enough. So to make this design work, you will need to use miyuki 8/0s or toho 8/0s, okay? And for the 11/0 seed beads, you want to use either toho 11/0s or Czech 10/0s. Okay, I will put the information about this down there below the video so you guys can see it in person. So this is a list of materials, and remember, I will have all the links down there below, and I will have the material list down there for you. And if I have any notes about this ring, I will also put them down there in the description bar. I colored the ends of my monofilament with nail polish. I usually do it with Sharpie marker, but that does come off. But the thing about doing nail polish on the ends is that it makes the monofilament thicker, so when using some seed beads like Czech seed beads and sometimes even miyuki, I will have a hard time passing through multiple times because the nail polish is resisting going through the holes. So hopefully I won't have any problems, okay? So I'm going to start by taking, I'm going to bring these over here because tripod is in front of my face so it's hard to see. I'm going to pick up 5 seed beads. Okay, just like that. I'm going to let those fall down, and then I'm going to pick up a 6th one, and I'm going to crisscross through the bead and bring it down. You know what I should start doing? Instead of putting the nail polish right at the end of my monofilament, I should put it like here. That way I can pass through the bead without it resisting going through. That makes sense. Why haven't I thought of that before? Good grief. Okay, there's my 6 beads in a circle. Now I'm going to go to my round beads and have to make my base. So I'm going to pick up 3 of these. And I'm right-handed, so I'm going to do this with my right side. If you're left-handed, you would do it with your left side if you feel more comfortable. Okay, picking up 3 beads, and I'm crisscrossing to the 3rd one. And I'm bringing this down. These colors are pretty together. I love red and turquoise together. Actually, I find because turquoise, blue, is my favorite color, I feel like I can put that color with any color I want to, and it looks good. I don't know why it's like that, but if you are a similar way, if you have a color that you love, if you love purple or black, do you find that you could put that color with any color and it looks good? Is it because it's your favorite color? I don't know. I've been trying to figure this out for a long time. Okay, this is what I have right now. I'm going to take this string and I'm going to pick up more beads. I'm only going to pick up 2 because I already have 1 right here. Okay. 1 and 2, and I'm going to crisscross through the 2nd bead. Now I have this. Okay, this string is pointing up here into the middle. This means I have to go through the next seed bead. So I gotta pop those beads out there. I'm gonna turn this around and take this string, which is red, and I'm gonna go through this seed bead right here. Like that. Okay, now I have to pick up 2 more beads, 2 more 4s. I gotta find the ends. There's 1, and here's 2, and I'm going to crisscross through the 2nd one, bring this down, and again I have to take, hold that tight, I have to take my string and go through the next seed bead in this little circle here. Okay. Again, I'm going to pick up 2 more beads, crisscross to the second one. This weave that I'm doing right here, okay, is like the base of so many designs that I have created. It is unreal what you can get out of this little motif that I'm making right now. It's unbelievable. It really is. I have done so many things with this. Okay, I'm going to the next bead. I've made beaded balls out of this weave. I've done earrings. I think my dramatic beaded earrings out of this weave. I've done my cocktail ring, which was a domed ring that kind of looked like a beaded ball. That was a really popular video. I love this weave. Okay, now I have this. I'm at the close because I have 6 rounds here and then I have 5 going around. So I have to reposition my needle by passing through this seed bead here. Okay, pull that through, and then I'm going to go through the next bead, which I do feel my nail polish trying to resist going through that bead. Okay, pull both strings. This is what I have right now. I'm going to pick up 1 bead and crisscross through it. And for some reason, I have the wrong bead count, so I don't know if I left my beads somewhere else, but I'm going to need 6 more 4mm rounds. Alright, I'm back, and I found my beads. I left them in my drawer, in my tray. I don't know how I did that, but anyways. Right now, this is where we're at. You're going to want to find the string that's the longest. Mine is the red one, and we're going to be using this one more to go around and fill in the gaps because it's longer, and we try to get our strings to be even. Every time I do bead weaving with 2 strings, the goal at the end is to have your strings close in length because you don't want one to be too short, because if it is, you'll have a hard time finishing your piece off. So I'm going to pick up a 4mm, and I'm going to go through the next 4 right here. Okay, it's going to fit in this hole perfectly for us. We're going to make a really nice foundation for our cab to sit on. I'm going to go through the next one right there. Picked up another bead, pick up another bead, and go through the next again. Pick up another, go through here. Actually, you know what? I did 3 already. I think that this one, yeah, I think I need to, I'm going to stop and turn this around and go to the other string, because if I pick up a bead right there, that I'll have them close in length. So I'm going to the other string, picking up my beads and filling in the gaps on this side now. Okay, let's see, are they close in length? Was I right? They're kind of close. Yeah. So actually I could have come out of here, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Alright, picking up my last bead, I'm going to crisscross through this bead like this and bring it on down. Mine's twisted, so untwist, pull this tight, and flatten it out. There we go. Looks pretty, just like that, doesn't it? Okay, now we're going to make the bezel that goes around our cab. And let's see, which string's longer? I'll use the longer one. It's the red one still, right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go to the red one. I'm going to pick up most of my beads with this string because this one's longer, I'm going in that direction, which is going to even our thread length out. Hope this makes sense to you. I'm going to pick up 2 11-ohs, my 8-oh, 2 11-ohs, an 8-oh, okay, 2 11-ohs, just like this, slide those down, I'm going to pick up an 8/0 with my right. Now I'm going to go to my left and pick up 2 11/0s, and then I'm going to crisscross through my 8. Just like that, bring it down. Okay. I'm going to take this string now, the one that's down here at the 2 beads, and I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, and then I'm going to cross through this 4. Just like this. I'm going to take this string and I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads that are 11s, an 8 and 2 11s. Okay, an 8, and then I'm going to go to my other side and pick up 2 11s, and then I'm going to crisscross my ends through this 8 here. Just like that. This is going to start to stand up for us soon. I'm going to take this string again, the one that's down here by the 2 seed beads, and I have to pick up 2 beads, and I'm going to go through this one here. So see, we're skipping over a 4mm. The one that's tucked in, the one that's sticking out is the one we're working with. The one that's pointed. If you look from here, you can see these are pointed. Those are the ones we're using. Now I'm going to go back to this string, and I'm going to pick up, again, 2 seed beads, an 8/0, 2 seed beads, okay, an 8/0, and with my left I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, and then I'm going to crisscross through this 8. Okay, now it should start to stand up for us. Yes. See that? Kind of looks like a little chair, doesn't it? Oh my gosh, I could totally make a beaded chair out of this weave. Okay, on this string now, and I'm picking up 2 seed beads. I've always actually wanted to make a beaded dress. Have you guys ever seen those miniature beaded like doll dresses? They're really cute. I've always wanted to make one of those. If you haven't seen them, you gotta Google it. They're incredible. They're mostly made with Czech fire polish beads. Okay, this is what I have so far. With this string here, and you know, there's nothing that you can actually do with it. It's just like for decoration. Unless you can actually put it on a doll. I don't know. Here's 2 seed beads, 11/0s. There's my 8. Again, I'm going to do 2 11s. Just like that. Here's an 8. And then I'm going to do 2 11s. And crisscross through this 8. Just like this. I'm going to take this string here on the bottom, and I'm going to pick up 2 11s and go through this one here. Then I'm going to go to the top string, and I'm going to pick up 2 11s again. That one's really small and weird, so this one's better. Okay. Pick up an 8, and then 2 11s, an 8 that I have to cross through, and then on my left side I'm going to pick up 2 11s and crisscross through this 8. Okay, so we are now at the close. This is what I have. I'm going to take this string, the one that's pointing down at my base, and I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads, okay, and then I'm going to pass through this one here, And then I'm going to pick up 2 more seed beads. And I'm going to go through this 8-0 right here. Oops. I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads again on each side, pick up an 8, and I'm going to cross through the 8. Bring that down, so I'll show you. I just picked up these 5 beads, and I have this. It's kind of like a little basket. So now's the time to put our cab in. Okay, now be careful because your cab will fall out until we get the top done. Isn't that pretty? I love these colors together. The red coral color, the bronze, turquoise, so pretty. Okay, which string is longer? That's my black one. So I'm going to take my black string and I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads. And I will zoom in for this because I don't want to pick this up and make my cab fall. Coming out of this 8-0, I need to skip over my 4 11s and go into the next 8-0. But in order to do that, I have to get my seed bead to pop up. Okay? So there we go. I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads again. Turning this. I'm going to go through this 8-0. Turning this again. With this 8-0. Two seed beads through this 8-0, and now I'm going to see if my strings are the same length or not. They are if I go through, exit through there. So I'm going to go to this string, the red one. I think I was using the black one, and I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads. And I'm going to pass through this 8-0. Pull my strings tight. This is what I have so far. Okay, I'm going to go to the red one because it's longer. I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads. And I'm going to go through my last 8 right here. Okay. And then I'm going to grab both strings and pull it tight so that we now have this. So pretty. I love the colors. Okay. Looks good. I don't see any spots where we have gaps. So now what, and I actually had that, I did see gaps when I used the 11-0 Czech seed beads because they are thinner than the tohos. So now what we have to do is reposition our string so that we can do our ring band. And I might need my tweezers for this, and I didn't get them out, so I might have to go digging. Coming out of this bead, I have to go through these 2 11-0s, through the 8, these 2 11s, and out the 4, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Actually, I think loosening up to pass through is probably going to be best, and we can always tighten it back up. Because we're using monofilament and it's slippery, it slides the beads really nicely. Okay, through the 8. Now I have to go through these 2 And if I can, I'll go through that 4, but I'm at a weird angle, so am I going to be able to? No. Okay, I'll just go through here. Oops. Whew, thank God the cab did not come out. Through that bead there, and then I'm gonna go through this one, or take this one and go through the 2 beads that are right here, and through the 8. I luckily got to the 8 that time, and then I'm gonna go through these 2. And then through this one here, through the 4. I might have to trim off my nail polish on my string so I can pass through the bead, or I'll have to get my tweezers. There we go. Okay. Pull that through, pull it tight. The whole thing tightens up. Even though we got all the way down here, it's because the monofilament is so slippery, and we don't have any sharp turns. So, okay, this is the top of our ring. Isn't that cute? It's so cute. Okay, now we're going to do the ring band. And I don't know if I've ever done a video on this band before. Maybe I have, but it's a little bit different. So to make this ring band, we are going to be using 8 seed beads and 11s. It's going to be a mix, and we're actually going to be making like little frames, see this, around the 8 seed bead. Kind of cool, huh? I mean, I know this is like really similar in color, but you'll see it better with the color I'm doing here. Alright. So you're going to want to take your strings, and on each side you're going to want to pick up 2 seed beads. I got a weird bead there. There's 2, and okay, those look good. And then pick up 2 again, like this, and crisscross through these. Bring them down. Okay. And now you're going to want to pick up 1 seed bead on each string, and then an 8/0, and cross through this, and then a seed bead again on each string, and then 2 11/0s, and then cross through these. And I'll show you how we have like a frame of 11/0s that's surrounding the 8. See that? And we will fill in the gaps like I always do, because it makes the ring round. I'm going to pick up an 11/0 on each side again, okay, and then I'm going to do an 8 and crisscross through the 8/0. Bring it down like that. And then on each side, I'm picking up 1 seed bead, and no, I don't pick up an 8 yet, that's right, I have to pick up 2 seed beads, so 1 11/0 on each side, and then 2 11/0s. I cross through those because the last bead I crossed through was the 8/0, so I alternate between crossing through 8/0 or 2 11/0s. This is what I have now. I'm going to pick up an 11 on each side, and then I pick up an 8 and crisscross through the 8, pick up an 11 on each side, and then 2 11s, and crisscross through these two here. Okay, I have this. Now I'm going to pick up an 11 on each side, and then I have to cross through an 8-0 because the last two beads I crisscrossed through was 2 11-0s. Okay, and now I have to pick up an 11 on each side, and this time I'm going to cross through 2 11-0s because the last bead that I crisscrossed through was an 8-0. Makes sense, right? So you're just alternating the middle bead that you're crossing through. Okay, this is what I have. So I'm going to keep going until I have the length that I need, and I'll show you guys how to finish this. Alright, I'm now at the length that I need, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 8OC beads. I think this is a size 9, 8, 9 ring. So in case you're wondering. I'm at the end now, okay? You have to crisscross through 2 seed beads in order for the pattern to be continuous. I'll show you. Alright, so looking right here, you can see that I'm crisscrossing through 2 seed beads. If you go back here, I'm crisscrossing through 2 seed beads. So to make this continuous from start to finish, you want to pick up 2 seed beads on each string, okay, just like I have now, and then you want to cross your strings straight across through this 4mm round bead. So I'm going to go through here, but you know what? It might be restricted because the nail polish, it's like sticky and it clings to the walls, so I'm going to cut this off. Yeah, because nail polish does not want to go through. And then I'll pass through the bead. There it goes. That was easy. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this one. We're not going to be weaving so much now anymore. We're just going to be going straight through the sides to fill in, so we really don't have to have those, the color in there. Okay, now I'm going through this 4mm, just like that. Okay, pull this tight. I'm going to weave through the 2 seed beads here on the side. Turn this around, and I'm going to go through these 2 here. Okay, I'm going to put these together, pull this tight, turn this, and now I have to put a seed bead in between each gap that I have. Okay, so here's my first gap. I'm going to go through this bead, just the one, not the next. Okay, there's that. Pick up another seed bead through the next gap right there. Another seed bead. Okay. Pick up another, and I'm going to go through right here. Okay, that's what I have so far. I'm going to stop and go to the other side just so you could see what it looks like with both sides filled in. I'm going to pass through my next bead. Pick up another seed bead. Go through the next one. Another seed bead. Through the next one. Pick up another seed bead. And through this one here. Okay, so I'm going to keep going, filling in my gaps, and when I get done, I'll come back and show you how to finish the ring off. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to show you how to finish this off, and I'm going to warn you guys, I'm a little paranoid right now. My cat acts like he might bring up a hairball, so if I'm filming and I'm showing you how to finish this off, I really can't stop. I have to go through the whole thing. So if you hear a cat throwing up in the background, that's what's going on. I am so sorry. That's so gross. But there's this point here where I'm filming how to finish this off, and if like something goes wrong, I can't really stop. Okay. I'm coming out of the ring band. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to show you. I made this with toho, and look at how weird the ring band looks like. So toho seed beads are Japanese. They kind of have a barrel shape to them, and they're not perfectly uniform. I feel like miyuki is the best. But this one I did with czech, but they're tenos, and it looks great. So czech beads kind of have a rondelle shape, and they fit together beautifully. So I guess that's why this is not looking that great, because they're kind of barrel shaped, as you can see. So anyways, what I have to do is crisscross both of my strings through this bead here, and I'm going to tie my knots in between the 4mm down here on the base of the ring, because if I try to tie knots in the band, it's going to be seen. So I'm going to go like this and bend my ring band down so I can get in here. I'm going to go through the back side. I might have to use my pliers to get through, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, got through there, and then I have to go to this side. So I'll pull this over. I'll push it down this way now, and I'm gonna pass this through here. Okay, I'll grab it out that side. Hope you saw. Just crisscrossing my strings through this one bead. Then I'm going to pull this tight. Okay, now what I have to do is pass my string through the next round bead. And I should have got my all out for this, but I am so bad off today. I'm going to be filming 2 tutorials, and I also have 2 other videos I need to work on, so. And then the cat's threatening to throw up in my video, so there's a lot going on. Okay, I'm going to use this. Now, sometimes you can't get through a bead because the next bead that's in front of the bead you're coming out of is blocking it. So you will have to push that bead over. And I also found that taking a bead awl and going like this, sticking that in there, and then you can pass. See that? I just got through. This is a trick I use all the time. The bead awl, tweezers, they're like the most helpful tools that you can have. Now I need to catch a string that's going through right here. See that? So I take my bead awl and I go like this, and I'm stretching that string out, and then I can come back with my monofilament. See that? Catch that string. Okay. make a loop, go through the loop twice, pull this knot down. I'm going to pull this direction towards me because I need to pass through the next bead, and then once I pass through the next bead, I can then pull my knot into that hole. Okay, and there we go, that's what we have. So now what I'm going to do again is take my bead awl, grab this one string. There's actually two here, but you just need this one. There's another string that's going between these two beads. You don't need that one. You just need, if you do use that one to knot on, it will warp the ring some. So go like this, lift that string up, then take this one, make a knot there, go through this bead, make a knot here. Then I pass through this bead, okay, and I think I tie a knot here. I'm not for sure. I don't remember. And then what I like to do is I curve down through this bead and through this bead. I come through right here and I trim my string. And then I do the same thing on this side. I pass through this bead, tie a knot here, not there, not there, not there, and then I curve around and come through here. Actually, that's what I did. I didn't go through this one. Yeah, because this one has so many thread paths right now. So when you come around after you tie a knot here, go through this bead, and then go through this bead, and then trim your string. So both of your tails will be going like this through the same bead. You won't be passing through this one because there's too many strings in that bead, and you'll trim both of your tails right there. And that's it. So that's it. Really cool ring. So cool. I did notice that because I used tohos in this ring band, that the ring fits bigger on me than the one I did with Czech. But they're really cute, and I love them. This is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, make sure you click the bell button so you get notified when I upload new videos, and check me out on my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter, and make sure that you follow me, and I would love to see pictures of the stuff that you guys make. You guys always inspire me to create more and more. Thank you so much for watching.